Hi lovelies, welcome to my channel. My name is Mackenzie Gleason. I'm an aspiring makeup artist, and today we're going to be doing a nice fun fresh look with one of my go-to palettes, Anastasia Soft Glam. I absolutely love this palette. It's so versatile, everything blends so nice, and it's good for more formal events. I actually have something I need to go to after this, so let's hope this all turns out good. Because if it doesn't, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So to start off our look today, we're going to start out with my favorite primer, Too Faced Hangover RX. We're just going to do 1.5 squirts, and you're just going to rub this into your skin. And we are just going to apply this all over our face, making sure to rub it in good to create a good base for the rest of our makeup. This is really important, you guys. Like, really. We're all primed up and ready to go. We're going to go ahead and move on to our full coverage foundation. And for me personally, I really enjoy full coverage. Especially right now, I have some acne going on from some stress. I have some redness. So full coverage, we're going to cover up all that with our NARS Natural Longwear Radiant Foundation. I'm personally in the shade Oslo because I'm a little bit pale. So we're just going to use that, put it on our damp sponge. I'll just go with, I normally do 4 squirts, but I also blend it down into my neck very heavily. Not like cakey heavy, but you get the gist. And as we blend this foundation into our face, we are just going to start by making dots all over, blending it down into our neck, just kind of making sure that we hit everywhere. And already you can see the difference of where the foundation is and isn't. That's how full coverage this is. And that is why I love the NARS foundation. We're just going to be hitting everywhere on our nose, our forehead, just all over, making sure that everything is nice and covered. Now that we have that done, we're all full coveraged up. Our skin looks very flat right now. But we still have some under eye bags because who needs sleep anymore? And to fix that, we're going to use the holy grail of concealer Tarte Shape Tape, Fair Beige for me. Again, hella pale. So we're just going to put this in the high spots of our face, kind of highlight, do whatever we need to with that. And now with this, I am just going to be putting this under my eyes, on my forehead, my cupid's bow, the crease of my chin. Now we're just going to take the same damp beauty sponge that we used for blending our foundation. We're just going to blend all this out. This does help to ensure that there is no color difference between the foundation and concealer because you don't want any splotches happening. Our main base down, and we look really pale right now. You know what could fix that though? Some contour. So today we're going to be using our Tarte Pro Glow palette, and you can tell this palette has been through a lot. This is the first palette I ever got when I first started with makeup. So we're going to be using just this shade Sculpt down here for a nice powder contour. You don't need that much. And this brush is the angled contour brush from the Magic Things and Fairy Wings set from Tarte. It was a limited edition, but you can still find it on their website, and it's actually for sale right now. So go snatch that, please. It is a good. And when you are blending this, we're just going to put this on the hollows of our cheeks, along our jawline, on our forehead, trying to get rid of that huge thing. You are just going to take a smaller angled brush to do our nose contour and put a small line of contour powder under our lower lip, try and get that nice Kylie effect. And now we're just going to take a retractable Sephora brand brush, try and buff out our contour, make it look a little bit more natural. I really enjoy this brush because it can be retracted. You can choose the density of the bristles, however hard you want to blend. So we're just going to blend all this out here. The nose is the most difficult thing for me. It doesn't look the best today. Contour is all done. My nose looks really round right now, but we can fix this. Kind of look like Rudolph right now. This is great. This is going so good. We can fix it though. Nothing that a little powder can't help. And as far as powder today, just to kind of set everything down, we're going to be using our Too Faced Peach Blurring Powder. I love this as a translucent powder. As I said earlier, I love how that Hangover RX primer smells. Kind of smells like the Peaches Collection. Just, who cares how it makes you look? It smells so good. It makes your skin smell good. Who cares about how it looks at that point? We're just going to kind of dip into this here. Just kind of a little bit. Now we are just going to dip into this powder, put it all over our face, trying to lighten up
even everything out, make the contour not so intense, especially on the nose here. Kind of just putting it everywhere right now. Still going.
Gotten that taken care of, we're going to go ahead and grab our Anastasia Blush Trio in Peachy Love. And we're just going to tap into this middle shade here, Ginger. And we're also going to be taking this, it's kind of a dense brush. The only issue I have with these brush sets is it doesn't say what they're for. But I just kind of make things up now. So I'm calling this a blush brush. And again, it's from the Be Mermaid Make Waves. That's what it's called. I figured it out. I love the design on this. We're just gonna...
Now we are just going to use this brush, put the blush on our cheeks. And as you can see, this is so pigmented, guys. A little bit definitely goes a long way with this. Definitely my cheeks are looking a little bit too rosy right now. So we are going to go back with the damp beauty sponge that we use for our concealer and our foundation. Try and buff it out. Make it more of a natural pink rather than a piece of chalk across our face kind of pink. That looks a lot better.
Pink than a chalk. We do not want to look chalky. And as I mentioned earlier, we do like to bake here. And being that we have our entire face makeup already done, I think that it's time to bring out some baking powder. So my favorite powder to bake with is the Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent, because again, I'm a little bit pale. And what I really like to do, just this damp beauty sponge here, we're just gonna dip right in here. Just kind of get in there with it. We're just gonna pack this.
And as we are putting this on our face, we are just going to put this under our eyes, under our contour, try and chisel everything out a little better.
Okay, so now that we look a little bit odd, it's time for my least favorite part of my makeup routine, my eyebrows. And for this today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. As I always like to say, my brows will always be sisters, not twins. I always have one that looks real nice. Normally it's this one. And this one always looks like, well, trash. So we're just gonna...
Now just to start off on our brows, I do always like to start with the 3-dot method. One according to the outside of your nose, that's where your brow should start. One on the outside of your iris shows where your arch should start. And one towards the end for your tail. And now I am just going to connect those dots, make our lower line, and you can already see how the brow is shaping up. Then using the spoolie to brush the hair down, we're going to make our upper line, connecting the 2 lines to make our tail. Now we are just going to go ahead and fill that in, add some lines to the middle.
I have a little bit of kind of stray hairs on the outside of my brows, but I haven't had time to go and get my brows done for a while. So we just kind of add that in and go for a different kind of look. So actually we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do it off camera really quickly and then be right back. And now for my least favorite part of my makeup routine to my absolute favorite, eyeshadow. So like I said, for today's look, we're going to be using the Anastasia Soft Glam Palette. I cannot express my love enough for this palette. I had a friend of mine who bought it for me, and I was so happy because the only palette at that point that I had even tried from Anastasia was Subculture. You all know how that palette is. Not throwing any shade or anything, but we all know what the real tea there is. So for this, we're just going to grab our eyeshadow brush from the Be a Mermaid Make Waves collection from Tarte. I promise this is not sponsored. I just really like Tarte. And we're just going to dip into this shade here, Burnt Orange. We're just gonna maybe put this right up in our crease. And then we're just going to take the brush that came with my Naked 3 palette. I really like the blending side of this brush. And I can't really afford brushes right now. Now to kind of soften this color, we are just going to go into this very light shade Tempera. We're going to go up all along our brow bone. Kind of blend that. Because just saying, burnt orange went a little bit out of control here. Okay, so we have this. Now we're just going to dip into this kind of more burnt, darker color sienna. We're just going to pack that right in the crease as well. And you all can see how lightly I'm dipping into this and just how pigmented it really is. It truly is a phenomenal palette. And for the most part, I am going to be switching back and forth between these two brushes for my eye look today. You can kind of see how we're getting that nice gradient effect. Now from there, we're just going to dip into this dark brown Cypress Umber. We're going to put that directly in the crease. This is a very dark shade, so do be careful when you're putting this on. You don't really want this everywhere. You want this just in your crease. So now that we've done that, we're going to do the hardest part of any look for me. And that is doing a fake cut crease, because I don't know what kind of eyelids it would be considered, but anytime I try to do a cut crease, as soon as I move my eyes, I have concealer all the way up to my eyebrow, and I don't know how that happens. So we're going to do a fake cut crease here. So we're going to do this by taking orange soda on the more packing side of this brush from Naked 3, and we're just going to kind of lay this just down on the lid. Don't worry, we will put a glitter there later just to kind of cover it. So now that we've gotten that, we are going to go in with this very shimmery golden color bronze. It's actually more of a gold glitter color. And we're going to put that over our fake cut crease because our eyes are weird. And now to give this a more sparkled effect, we are going to go in with the packing side of this brush. We're just gonna pack like we are moving houses right now. So now that we've gotten kind of our fake cut crease going, we're just going to go in with a mix of mulberry and Cypress Umber, this very dark red and brown. We're just going to put this out on the inner part of our eyelid and kind of blend that back into brown so we have a nice transition into a nice kind of smoky outer effect. And again, taking this blending edge, we're just going to go over that, make sure that that does kind of blend out. So at this point, the upper part of this is done. And what I always like to do at this point is just kind of take our fluffy powder brush and go ahead and wipe away the baking from this side. Go ahead and get rid of it on the forehead too. Just kind of get that out of the way so we can go ahead and do our under eye. Some of it is being a little bit difficult today, kind of stuck. Okay, so for our under eye, we are going to put Sienna, the shade that we went into after burnt orange. We're just going to put that along the waterline. We're going to bring this out all the way out to our smoky edge. Then we're going to dip into Cypress Umber here and just kind of blend this towards the end of our waterline, more of when you're getting back up to that kind of smoke effect. Now we're just going to take this blending edge yet again. And we did have a little bit of fall off from that. So there's one eye of eyeshadow already completely done. No, it looks a little bit crazy right now with only having one eye done. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye completely off camera for you guys, kind of get this thing rolling, get to the rest of the look, and I will be right back. Hey lovelies, I'm back. We now have both eyes of eyeshadow completely done, and now it's time to move on to our eyelashes. And I really wish I knew what brand this was, or even where I got it. Just a very generic lash curler. I'm gonna go ahead and curl these bad boys. Because trust me, my lashes need all the help they can give. And next we're going to be using our Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara.
And for this, we're just going to apply like any other mascara, starting by doing the top lashes on both eyes, and then going back to do the bottom lashes. And I always do like to kind of wiggle the brush a little bit, kind of curl up as we do the lashes. That does always kind of help me in extending my lashes, making them the longest that they can be, because we all know that's the goal here.
Eyes are completely done. We are almost done with this look. It is time to bring back out the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. We're going to finally set down our face. With a lot of good things we want to keep happening here. So next we're going to pull out our Anastasia with Amrezi highlight. I'm so glad that they brought this back. This is my favorite highlight of all time, if you can't tell how hard I'm going into this right now.
Now we're just going to apply this highlight to our cheekbones, inner corners of our eyes, the bridge of our nose, our cupid's bow, a little bit down on our chin. Then we're just going to blend out our cheekbones.
Done. Our last step is going to be using our mini Anastasia matte lipstick in the shade Bittersweet. I love this formula so much.
Now we are just going to apply this lipstick, starting with the bottom, pressing our lips together to make the cupid bow shape. And I love this formula. It is so easy to apply, and it always makes my lips look so good. It doesn't dry out. It stays nice and fresh all day, but does not come off, and it stays matte. And I love that about this lipstick so much. Like, really, you all need to buy this. Got it at TJ Maxx for like $4.
So this is our finished look. Honestly, I'm really happy with how this turned out today. I mean, dang, unexpected. Well, if you made it this far in the video and you want to see more similar content with your favorite makeup guru, click that big red subscription box down below. And if you want to go ahead and ring that bell, get notified when I decide to post again. Go ahead and follow me on all my social media. Instagram at makeup.makenzieg. Facebook, search Mackenzie Gleason, you will find me there. And if you want to follow my Twitter, it's also makeup.makenzieg. We haven't really gotten to that yet. It's just set up and ready to go whenever I want it. Also, Influencer, Mackenzie G1229. See my actual reviews on products, how I actually feel about things. Thank you, lovely, so much for watching this video today. Hope you all enjoyed this nice soft glam look with a very dark lip. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video.